Hey guys, welcome back to Blaymore. This is the channel where we separate the Hollywood hero pose from everyday reality. This video is for entertainment and educational purposes only. No advice or guidance on weapons or self-defense is given. Stop. Look at this silhouette. You think you know this rifle because you've logged 1,000 hours in Call of Duty or watched John Wick clear a room in 30 seconds. You've been told it's the ultimate home defense tool, a magic wand for safety. But what if I told you that 90% of what you believe is a lie manufactured by sound designers and movie directors? What if the very tool you're relying on was never even meant for your hallway? Today, we're stripping away the Hollywood finish. We aren't talking about meta builds or skins. We're talking about the gritty, awkward, and bizarre reality of the AR-15. Number 1. An AR-15 weighs exactly as much as a professional bowling ball, but you're expected to swing it like a feather. Hollywood heroes clear rooms one-handed while holding a conversation, but try holding a 7-pound bowling ball at arm's length for 10 minutes and watch your tactical advantage turn into a muscle cramp. In the real world, weight leads to fatigue, and fatigue leads to mistakes. Something self-defense daydreams quietly edit out of the script. Number 2. The AR-15 wasn't born for homes, it was born for the mud. Designer Eugene Stoner created it in 1957, specifically for military jungle warfare in Vietnam. It was meant for wide rivers, thick brush, and humidity so thick you could breathe it. Not for navigating around your kitchen table or a sleeping dog in a tight 7-foot hallway. We've turned a jungle survival tool into a suburban icon, completely ignoring its gritty, swampy DNA. Number 3. Hollywood is the AR-15's biggest PR firm. Since the 80s, it has appeared in over 1,000 movies as the ultimate symbol of the hero. From Rambo to Heat, the media has conditioned us to see this silhouette as a win button. But remember, those films show it firing endless bursts without a single reload. Pure cinematic magic that breaks the laws of physics for the sake of a cool shot. Number 4. The name AR-15 is the most successful branding misunderstanding in history. Even in 2025, 80% of people think it stands for assault rifle. It actually stands for Armalite Rifle, the company that went bankrupt before the gun even became famous. It's a marketing miracle. A failed company's initials became a global acronym for power and controversy. Number 5. The US Army rejected it twice before it became a legend. In 1959, the military chose the heavier M14 because the AR-15 looked too much like a toy and too plastic. It took the brutal reality of jungle combat to prove them wrong. Today we call it battle-proven, but for years it was just the controversial second choice that nobody wanted to carry. Number 6. Its first real test was a CIA shadow war in Laos. Before it hit the headlines in Vietnam, the AR-15 was being tested in secret operations in 1961. Reports described it firing 10,000 rounds in the mud and heat without cleaning. It survived the secret war, but you'll never see those gritty, unpolished origins in a polished hero montage. Number 7. That iconic ping sound? It's a total lie. Sound designers in Hollywood and game studios invented the metallic ping to make the rifle sound more powerful. In reality, the AR-15 gas system is surprisingly quiet and muffled. 90% of what you know about how this gun sounds was manufactured in a recording studio using layered audio effects. Number 8. A woman's touch defined the silhouette you recognize. Betty Wood, an engineer at Colt, helped design the iconic carry handle and rear sight placement in 1960. While the world imagines grizzled veterans in workshops, it was a female technical mind that created the visual profile that has dominated pop culture for 60 years. Number 9. It's one of the few rifles that won't sink. Thanks to its polymer and aluminum construction, an AR-15 can actually float. There are stories of Navy SEALs dropping them into ocean swells from helicopters and retrieving them still functional. Real engineering is often more practical and stranger than the rust and sink tropes we see in movies. Number 10. Gaming culture rebuilt the AR-15 as a build, not a weapon. In shooters like Call of Duty, the AR platform is in 85% of titles. We spend hours in customization menus, tweaking grips and camos like we're building a character in an RPG. This digital interaction has shifted our mindset from dangerous tool to optimized character stat, divorcing us from the physical reality of handling one. Number 11. It became a space gun on the cover of Sports Illustrated in 1963. Long before it was a movie star, it was a curiosity for hunters and sportsmen. They called it futuristic and alien compared to traditional wood stocks. Print media planted the seed of the modern rifle decades before the first viral YouTube video was ever filmed. Number 12. It was named Gun of the Century because of its fame, not its age. In 2017, it beat out every historic revolver and shotgun for the title. It won because it is inescapable, in films, in games, and in the news. The award was a recognition of media dominance, proving that in the 21st century, cultural impact is more important than functional history. Number 13. Your hallway is not a tactical warehouse. Movies show heroes clearing rooms with 20-inch barrels like they're dancing. In a real home, with door frames, furniture, and tight turns, that length becomes a liability. Action movies film in massive sets to hide this. Your apartment doesn't have that luxury. Number 14. Billions of virtual kills have created a false sense of security. We've seen the AR-15 win so many times on our screens that we've forgotten it's just a machine. Gaming ecosystems have manufactured a reputation for perfection that simply doesn't exist in the messy, unscripted real world. The AR-15 dominates our screens and our stories, but the legend is built on pixels, marketing, and movie magic. Real life doesn't have a respawn button, and it doesn't have a camera crew to make the weight go away. Which fact hit you hardest? The bowling ball weight or the secret Laos origins? Drop your number below. Like, subscribe, and remember, an AR-15 might be meta in Warzone, but in a real hallway, physics doesn't have a patch notes update. See you next time.